Hi everyone, happy October 1st. It's Sasha Rosa here, holistic womb specialist, okay? You're in the right place if you are wanting to learn about reproductive healing, reproductive health, fibroids especially, okay? Hope you guys are doing amazing. Today's the first day of the last quarter of 2024, okay? I gotta change my calendar. Don't worry, I'm gonna do that right after the video. But today is the first day. And I'm so excited, and this quarter is gonna be absolutely amazing. I want each and every single one of you ladies watching to set goals for the last quarter. Do not wait until New Year's. I want you to set goals now. Do you know where you will be if you start today, okay? And healing your body and eliminating your fibroids and eliminating, rebalancing your hormones, right? And getting your body healthy and increasing your egg count. Whatever your goal is for your reproductive health, do you know how far along you could be if you started today? All the way up until the end of the year? My goodness. Very far, because I've women that have worked with me or just in general have done astronomical things within 3 months. And I want that to be you, okay? So if you're watching this, even if you just have really bad periods, even if it's heavy bleeding, do you know what you could do with your periods? Like how much you can improve your periods and the amount that you're bleeding and all the clots? Do you know how much you can improve by the end of the year? A lot, okay? So let me just say that, okay? So today we're gonna talk about a really important topic. This topic is vital. Whew, I have a lot to say about this topic, but what should you do instead of just monitoring your fibroids? That's what we're gonna talk about today. That's what we're gonna talk about today, okay? For those of you that are new, hi and welcome. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, okay? Make sure you also like the video, okay? Like the video, subscribe to my channel. We're trying to grow this channel even more and have more women find this channel in the algorithm, okay? Because so many women when it comes to fibroids are totally lost. So y'all don't be selfish now. Like the video, subscribe, okay? Okay, so just in case you're new, I've helped hundreds of women over the last few years shrink and eliminate their fibroids through my coaching or my courses, okay? Get rid of PCOS, get rid of endometriosis, be able to get pregnant after years of infertility, improve their menstrual cycles drastically, rebalance their hormones, get out of perimenopause, okay? And also, I've helped women get out of menopause as well, that what they thought was menopause, right? So I've helped women really get their lives back, because when we're going through reproductive health issues, listen, I know more than anybody how, as somebody that's went through them as well, how debilitating it could be, right? How this can really take a toll on your quality of life, a huge toll, a toll on your emotional health and well-being. On your everyday life, even your work life, even your productivity. Fibroids can really become your whole life. And I don't want that for anybody, okay? If that's you, I need you to listen up. I need you, first of all, subscribe to my email list. I should have a link in my description box. If you see the link that says, what is it? Oh, it has all my courses and programs. Click that link, subscribe to my email list. We gotta stop suffering, okay? So what should you do instead of just monitoring your fibroids? Let me just say this. The reason why I wanna do this topic, women that have fibroids, typically, and this may be your story, this is most women's story that has fibroids. When they first discover that they have fibroids, they're told by their doctor, okay, we're just gonna monitor them. Doctors do this, what is called this wait and see, effect or wait and see approach, where they literally, instead of taking action, instead of, educating you on the changes you're supposed to be making, instead of letting you know what's going on in your body when you have fibroids, understanding that this is a full body issue, they just said, let's just wait and see. It's not bothering you, so we won't bother it. That's the worst advice you can give a woman that has fibroids. That was the advice I was giving at first too, and a lot of women to repeat the same thing. That's the worst advice you can give to a woman that has fibroids. And if you have fibroids that are not, a lot of women let me just say this, a lot of women don't even know true fibroid symptoms, right? They normalize so much. They've normalized heavy bleeding, clots, they've normalized, cramps, so they don't even know what the symptoms are. That's a whole nother conversation. But if that's you, your fibroids are on the smaller side, or if your fibroids are now larger and you've heard this before, okay? I need you to understand that whenever you're monitoring an issue and you're not doing anything about it, and this could apply to anything, the problem grows. The problem doesn't just go away, right? the problem becomes a bigger problem. So what do fibroids do? Of course, they start to increase in size as time goes by, because you're still doing things to trigger and to grow the fibroids, because most women don't even know what that is, right? Most women don't even know that their diet, their stress levels, right? Their lack of self-care and so many other things are triggering the fibroid growth. So you go on living your life the normal way. And maybe you hear on TikTok or YouTube, hey, this supplement will work in getting rid of fibroids. I don't know. They have all this crazy stuff on the market now that people like. That's really keeping women even more stuck. That's even confusing women even more, right? Be careful when it comes to overload, like information overload. I want to say that because it's very easy to get into that with fibroids, because there's so much information out there and most of it is wrong. I hate to say it. That's why most women have fibroids. That's why a lot of women who have fibroids don't know what to do, because there's so much bad information out there. And I don't want you guys to get stuck with that. Okay? So, and if you don't believe me, try what they're saying and see it does not work, right? Before I went on this journey over 10 years ago, I've tried it all. Like I have clients that came to me, they say, I tried everything. Just these random remedies and but they still haven't not addressed the root cause. So fibroids increase in size as time goes on, when you're still, when you haven't made any changes, when you're still living the type of life that you were living before. Fibroids just increase in size, or they multiply, even worse, they multiply. There's women that's had 25, 30 surgeries, small skin, not surgeries, 25, 30 fibroids. Like, they may be all small, but they just multiply. They create more problems, right? The bleeding gets more severe, right? The fibroid belly starts to develop. And when I say fibroid belly, I mean your stomach starts protruding due to the fibroid, okay? So, and the growing fibroids, there's another thing too. The growing fibroids start to press on other organs. And once they do that, that's when they start really causing issues. That's when they really start controlling your life. That's when they really can become more of a danger, okay? Then we start dealing with the frequent urination, because the fibroid starts to press on the bladder. Or, it's either the frequent urination, or sometimes you can't even make it to the bathroom on time. It gets that bad. Like, it's that bad. Or you're not able to fully empty out your bladder, right? Do you know how uncomfortable that is? Or you start having digestive issues, right? Because if you have fibroids, your digestive system is backed up. I don't want you to look at your fibroids as just, a uterine problem. It's deeper than that. It's a full body issue, okay? I know that it's very easy to look at just your uterus and that's it. No, it's a full body issue, okay? I want to make that very clear. Because there's still a lot of women that look at their fibroids one-dimensional, just focus on the fibroid. No, that's not how you do it. That's not how we heal the body, okay? We have to, again, I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. We have to get to the root cause. And there is a root cause. And I don't want you to look at the root cause as it's just genetic. There's nothing I can do about it. No, that's not how it works. Yes, we can be more predisposed to fibroids, but depending on our, what was passed down. We can, absolutely. But guess what? You can change that. You can change it. You don't have to stay with fibroids. You don't have to have fibroids for the rest of your life. You can change it. So the wait and see approach is a dangerous approach. And not only, and as somebody that's been through it and have, talked to so many women that have been through it, it's not only physically dangerous, it's also emotionally dangerous. So now, and a lot of women, when they get diagnosed with fibroids, they don't really know much about fibroids, right? It's kind of like before women get a certain condition, they don't know much about it until they actually get it. Then they start to do the research and find out more. Okay, now this is what I always say. I say, listen, when it comes to these women health conditions, learn as much about all of them as you can. Okay? Oh, don't just be so focused on, if it's not about fibroids, I don't want to learn. No. Learn about and see how they correlate, right? Emotional toll of the wait and see. So there's an emotional toll of this too, because when you are diagnosed with fibroids, and let's say you don't know much about fibroids, it's scary because you're like, what how did this happen? You know, why me? You know, why? I'm not even, some people get diagnosed with fibroids, like myself, before they even turn 30. It's like, what, you know, before they even have a child. It can be very scary. And then you have the doctor telling you, well, and we'll get to that part anyway. But I'm just saying that it's like almost waiting for the other shoe to drop. When you've been diagnosed with fibroids and the doctor's telling you in your face, we'll just wait and see. So it's literally, it's like wait and see, like, you know, and it feels intuitively, it feels wrong, right? Like if you understand, if this happened to you, if a doctor tell you, let's just wait and see in the beginning when you first found out you got fibroids, please comment in the comment section. Put a comment in the comment section. Let us know. Tell us your story. Please share. I'm encouraging you to, okay? Because it helps women to hear more stories. You guys know I have my whole story. I have a video about my whole fibroid story. If you don't know, keep scrolling down. It's there. I think I recorded it last year. It's really important for more women to share their story. So more women, because a lot of women feel very alone on this fibroid journey, but there's so many women dealing with them. But women tend to sweep it under the rug, right? And don't do that. You're not alone. So then the emotional toll, you start to wait, of waiting and see, and you're like, okay, what's going on? Is this going to get better? Is this going to get worse? You don't know what's going on. You're not getting any real information that's actually concrete. And then you start doing research about fibroids and seeing like how it can, you know, it can affect women, having children, and just, how emotionally draining is that? And that starts to lead to anxiety. A lot of women that have been diagnosed with fibroids tell me that they just start crying. Like they're so depressed. Because I remember when I was first diagnosed, it was very depressing. Because I didn't know, like nobody in my family had fibroids. I was like, what is this about? I haven't even had children yet. You know, what if I do want to have children in the future? Then what? So this, it starts to take a toll on you. It gives you anxiety. It could even, make you depressed, make you feel like you're less than a woman, make you feel, insecure about your womanhood, more disconnected from your body, even more so than before. Okay. I always talk about that disconnection from the womb, disconnection from the body. It makes you feel like your body's turning against you, like you have no control. Okay. And you're looking, especially if you're on the younger side, if you were diagnosed, you're probably looking ahead. Like, what is the next 10 years going to look like for me? What is the next 30? Like, what is going to happen? Right? So it can really, especially when you hear a story, like when you start Googling and YouTube videos and seeing what women are going through, my goodness, you can really start really having major anxiety. Okay. I want to tell anyone that is watching this that's been diagnosed recently, I want to tell you, listen, I'm here for you. I want you to take a deep breath, and it's okay. I want you to look at fibroids as feedback and not as something that's gonna not the end of the world. It's feedback. And I want you to understand that fibroids is not forever. It does not have to be something you live with forever. It doesn't. Take it from me. You can get rid of fibroids and naturally without being cut open. Okay? So the emotional toll, when you're never addressing the root cause of something, it's just like I said, when you're never really gonna fix the issue. You're not fixing the issue. You may be fixing it temporarily, but you're not gonna fix the issue, right? Because there's emotional reasons for fibroids. There's physical reasons, right? And that's why it's so important to bridge both of them together on the healing journey. That's what I do for my clients in my Detoxify Your Womb program. Okay. So it's really important you have to hit the root cause. And if you don't know the root cause, then find out. Okay. I have some videos where I talked about that. And I'm also going to do, down the line, I will do a masterclass on that. So get on my email list. Okay. Stay tuned for that. I will do a masterclass on the root, like really dive deep into the root cause. It gets deep. It can get deep with fibroids. Okay. And as somebody that's not only studied fibroids for over 10 years, I've also, worked with so many women over, I don't even know at this point how much, but so many women over the years. So you're looking at somebody that not only has personal experience, that actually has helped many women shrink and get rid of fibroids. Many women, okay? With all types of fibroids. Because I know that we always think that the type of fibroids we have, it can't shrink. I don't care what type of fibroid you have. I don't care where it's located, okay? We've even helped women get rid of cysts in the breasts. Yeah. All right, so being in denial about your fibroids, the emotional toll. So emotional toll, right? There's two sides of the wait and see approach when you go on about your life. There's the anxiety side, and there's the, I'm just gonna pretend that they're not there. I've been through both, so I know. I'm gonna pretend that they're not there since they're not really causing much issues. No, they're there and they're growing. I'm telling you this not for you to have anxiety, for you to take action. Okay? And not sweep. This is not a problem you want to sweep under the rug. This is a problem you want to start solving. Okay? Your body is literally calling for you to start solving. When you develop a fibroid, your body's like, listen, the way you've been living is not in alignment. Your body's trying to let you know. Your womb is trying to let you know. And you need to listen. You need to start listening. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Now, fibroids, unfortunately, there's a stat out there that says about 80% of women will develop fibroids before the age of 50. And if you're a Black woman, at this point, it's about 90%. It's that bad. And you have women even in their 70s. Yes, I said 70s that have fibroids, and I have proof of that. I've had many women in their 70s come to me and say, I'm struggling with fibroids. There's women out there that are in their 70s with fibroids that are bleeding profusely. That's been past menopause. This is becoming a global-wide issue. It's not even nationwide, it's globally, all over the world. I have women that taking my program, my courses from literally all over the world, from the UK, from Kenya, okay, from the Caribbean, Australia. This is a global-wide issue. A global-wide issue, okay? The reason why they're so common with women is because, let me just be honest with you, and I don't want you guys to think, oh, she's a conspiracy theorist. No, it's the truth. If you have your eyes open, you will know this. We live in a world that's not really for women. I'm going to be honest with you. It's almost anti-woman. And that is because women are very powerful. And I'm not a feminist. I'm not saying this from a feminist lens standpoint. I'm saying this as the truth. Women are very powerful. Women are very spiritual. Women are very, and when I say powerful, I don't mean physically. I mean intuitively. I mean spiritually. We're very powerful beings. Like, even if you read the Bible, it says it. Like, there's a lot that we can do without even like moving. Okay? Women are very powerful. And since almost, not the beginning of time, but for hundreds of years, the powers that be, whoever they are, right? Society, I don't want to say men because it's not all men, but certain, men in the higher positions have been trying to strip women of that power, have been trying to make women feel powerless. And how can they do that? One way is to affect the wombs. Another way is to keep women in an anxious state, one way is to program women, okay, from birth, that you always have to look for love outside of you, because they don't program men the same way. Program women into thinking that they need, a significant other. Like, their lives is nothing without that. Then you have women who are lacking confidence, who have low self-worth, who will accept anything just to stay in a relationship or a marriage. It gets deep. It gets deep. Okay? That's why it's normal for a woman to stay with a man after he's cheated. That's normal. That's normal. That's been normalized in our society. Because men will be men. So you see the programming, right? Teach women that she is nothing. Or she is, make a woman who is single and childless feel like she's the scum of the earth. You know, they be the ones that's the happiest, but that's a whole other conversation for the most part. But teach them that she's the scum of the earth. She's nothing. And teach them that your ultimate goal in life should be marriage, somebody loving you, or you're just, you know. And it may be done in a more subtle way, especially these days, but it's still a thing. And that's another way to kind of like take women, and then one way to take women's power, right? So they settle for a lot of times for, and I'm not saying every single person, but I'm saying a lot of women do settle for less than their worth, and they settle, right? So there's that, right? There's many different ways. There's look at the state of look at the state of women's health. Look at the state of women's reproductive health in Western medicine. We literally live in a time when women, 600,000 women every single year are taking out their uterus. That's when you know that we've reached the end of times. They're taking out their uterus instead of healing their body, and they're being told by doctors that pretty much they're being brainwashed into thinking that their uterus is a useless organ. That's how you like take women's power. That's another way to take women's power. But let me just say that this is why fibroids. This is why so many women are on, you know, have anxiety. So many women are literally on anxiety medication, depression medication. They've literally had their power taken from them since they were young, right? Little by little. So that's why it's so important that you empower yourself. That's why it's so important for you to look for validation, self-love, self-worth within yourself. You don't look for that stuff outside of you. Okay, that's number one. I don't care what society taught you. I don't care what taught you if you have a man and your life is over. I don't care. You look for that stuff. I'm not saying don't get married, don't be in a relationship. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you looking for worth, your self-love outside of yourself, it doesn't make any sense. And that's why you feel powerless. And this is how we manifest a womb with fibroids. This is one of the reasons why we manifest fibroids. Okay? So when it comes to the traditional, let me get back on topic. When it comes to the traditional wait and see, this monitoring approach when it comes to fibroids, often suggested by by doctors, absolutely not. It's actually putting you at a how can I say this? A hopeless position. It's putting you like it's this power, like it's not an empowering position, right? It is the position that is actually taking the power from you. It's putting you in a position where you feel like there's no control. You have no control over your own body, your own health. So this is very wrong, and it saddens me that health professionals are still doing this. Okay. It's so important to be proactive when it comes to your body, when it comes to your health, especially when it comes to your reproductive health. Your reproductive health, if there's an issue with your reproductive health, including infertility, including cysts, fibroids, endometriosis, it is a full body issue. It is a full body issue, okay? So it's important to address the root cause of your fibroids. We don't want to, when we honestly, prevention is always the best cure. But if you've gotten to the point where you've been diagnosed with fibroids, it's time to take action. It's not time to wait on it. It's not time to sit on it. It's time to take action. I don't care what the doctors tell you. It's time to take action. And action is not scheduling a surgery. Action is not scheduling to have UFE. Action is addressing the root cause, finding out what caused them to develop, and making transformational changes in your life. And number one, empowering yourself to know that your body is very powerful and it can heal, and it's a self-healing mechanism. And your body wants to work for you, but you have to do your part to provide the environment for your body to thrive and heal. Okay, that's number one. Number two is to start doing further research. And when I say research, I don't mean those surface level crap. Okay, I mean you doing real research. It could be you can read a book about it. You can watch my videos. Okay, learn from me. I have a whole program where I'm helping women address their root causes, and the women are healing from that. If you can check out my Detoxify Your Womb program. Okay, and I always say it's not for everybody, but it's for women that want to transform their very being. They don't want to stay in the same life that got them fibroids. Okay, so understand that your life is not about managing some fibroid symptoms. Your life is about healing. You want to heal from this stuff. You want to eliminate these fibroids, not just manage the symptoms for the rest of your life. It's not just about you fixing your period and, you know, getting rid of your fibroid belly. It does not stop there. It does not stop there. Does that become a thing? Absolutely, yes, absolutely. That you will achieve that when you're on this journey, but you don't stop there. You get rid of these fibroids. You rebalance your hormones. You work on your emotional, you release the emotional blocks that have been trapped in that womb space, that have been trapped in your body. You release that stuff so that it's not weighing heavy on you. You stop suppressing your emotions. You stop suppressing your feelings and you feel through them. And understand, just because I'm feeling bad right now does not mean this is my life. Feelings are fleeting, okay? I can wake up today and feel amazing, feel motivated, be praising God. Next day I can wake up and like, you know what, I hate everyone. That's just a feeling. And when I feel like that, because I'm human, right? I just breathe, take a deep breathing, do some meditation, and we back on it, right? It's life. There's ebbs and flows to life, right? There's ebbs and flows to life. So don't think that just because you're feeling an emotion, even though I know that there's painful experiences that we've been through, right? That can really put us in a dark mood. I totally understand. Trust me, I've been through some, if I tell you even half of what I've been through, you will be shocked, a lot of you guys, okay? I've been through some crazy stuff in my life, right? But I could sit there and I had to do the work. I had to do the shadow work. I had to do the work to feel through that stuff. And it was very hard. And I said, I'll be here crying. But afterwards, releasing it. Do you know how much better I felt? Do you know how much lighter I felt? Do you know how much more healed I felt? So I totally understand. And, you know, it's easier to hold stuff in, but it's hard sometimes to feel through them. But trust me, it's when you just feel so much better letting that stuff go. Why do you think people get sickness and cancer? What emotions are they holding in the body? We just think about, oh, cancer is just random. No, it's not. It's not. What emotions are they holding in the body? And now people are getting cancer younger and younger. So it's really important for you to want to do the self-work, to want to do the hard work. Your body, your soul is calling for it. Your soul is calling for it. It's trying to get your attention. It's time for you to change the trajectory of not only your life, but the people coming after you. Because the life that we have set up for, I feel sorry for Gen Z, Gen Alpha even, and anybody coming after, it's not a good life. We have not done our part. As a collective, we have not. And I feel really, we complain about the baby boomers, but we're worse. Millennials, we're worse. I'm sorry. Gen X, my God, don't get me started. We're worse. We're so stuck in our, we're worse. So what kind of planet, what kind of collective, what are you doing for the next generation? Because you sitting there and being in your sickness and not doing anything about it. And some of you guys have children. That's my thing. How do you have children and you still don't want to heal your body? That's crazy to me. For the ones that want children, you want to pass toxicity down? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay? So we have to do better. We have to do better. You cannot ignore the root causes to this stuff. You just can't continue. You can't continue to ignore all of these things. I know that it's not your fault. Western medicine has taught you a way that does not work. But if you stumbled upon this video, I want you to know that, listen, you're here for a reason, number one. Number two, you can't make any excuses of, I was never taught anymore, because I'm over here teaching you. I'm over here teaching you, and I have multiple resources that can help you get to where you want to go. Fibroid free, okay? We also have the moon circle that literally helps women go through their emotional blocks and heal the wounded feminine and the wounded masculine, because we have both energies, but that's a whole other conversation, okay? So you can't say that you can't say that I don't have anybody to help me. You can't say that anymore. I'm so sorry. No more excuses. You're gonna do the work or not, and are you gonna start today or not? Because today's the first quarter of the last quarter of the year. Whatever, and somebody said this on a status, and I said, listen, I know that not everybody believes in astrology, and that's totally fine. But listen, not everybody believes in new age, and that's totally fine. I'm not even giving up my beliefs, but what I am saying is that anybody with a brain that has not been living under the rock can see that we're going into some new times. This is not the time of your grandparents. It's saying that with all this AI stuff coming down the pipe, this is not the same time that your parents were living in. I mean, even if your parents are still alive, but this is not the same thing that they experience is not, no. So this is new age. I mean, whether you believe in it or not, we're here. Like, you know, so, but here's the thing. We're going into something new. We're going into the Aquarian age. Some people say we're here already. We probably are. But let me just tell you, what you accept now in your life, I'm telling you past, and you're going to say, it may be 2 years from now, you come back to this video. What you continue to accept in 2024, we have 3 months left, will set the tone for the next 20 years of your life. I'm telling you this right now. Somebody told me this in the beginning of the year, and I see how I said, I wasn't playing this year in all aspects of my life. Every single aspect of my life, I got straight. Because I said, what you settle for right now, these next 3 months will set the tone for the rest of your 20 years. I'm telling you this right now. Come back in about 5 years and let me know whether it's true. For the ones that don't want to do anything, I want to keep their problem. Okay? And I'm not saying this so that you can work with me. I'm saying this so you can do something. Work with somebody. But don't just keep your problem. Don't just keep your problem. Okay? So listen, it's not about what your doctor said. The wait and see approach, that monitoring, we don't know. We have to take action. It's all about taking action. Okay? And massive action equals massive results. You can't expect massive results without massive action. You can't expect massive results when you're not even consistent. You're not even disciplined. And you don't say, I need to be inspired and I need motivation. No, you don't. You don't need motivation every single day. You don't need that every single day. There are some days I'm very unmotivated and I still have to do what I have to do. I'm sure you're unmotivated to go to work sometimes. It's raining outside. But you still go. So we have to stop like making excuses to not, like I said, change our lives. We want to make an excuse to keep the life that you don't even like. Why? Why do you want to make an excuse to keep a health that you don't even, that's making you miserable? Why? Okay, so I'm saying this to say, listen, for the ones that want to work with me, this ain't by force now, because I don't even take everybody. My Detoxify Your Womb program is here. Okay, if you want a deeply transformative experience, if you want to get rid of fibroids, be free from PCOS, be free from, we even help somebody cure diabetes, okay? Be free from endometriosis, ovarian cysts, really bad heavy bleeding. Look into our Detoxify Your Womb program. We have a 3-month tier, we have a 6-month tier, but just for like literally a few days, we do have our 10-week special offer where you can work with me for 10 weeks. That's almost the end of the year in our Detoxify Your Womb program, okay? If you want more information about that, email me. Detoxify Your Womb, 10 weeks. Okay, with the subject line, so I can know what you're talking about. Okay, the link is in my description box. Also, all my links are in my description box. To my email address as well. Okay, so you can check out what we have available. There's no excuse. Take action today. There's no excuse. And also, we have our free masterclass on Thursday. Okay, I forgot to mention that. Our free masterclass, Elevate Your Menstrual Cycle, this Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You do have to be a subscriber to my channel in order to join. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Everybody that registers will get a replay. So be sure to register. All right. Love you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Okay, like the video. If you're new, subscribe. Okay. Bye.